Nerd Lag Game Club. Welcome to the Nerd Lag Game Club podcast, the podcast where we play games instead of reading books. I'm Corey, and I'm joined by three party members today. Lauren.
Hey.
Tonsa.
What's up?
It's too loud first mic.
And yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to leave it in because it makes you sound funny. And the last person with me today is Dan Boy.
Cut out too.
Yeah, he's cut out
what
too.
the hell? Hello, everybody.
Everybody's
Discord out here. Discord's out fucking no noise, no nonsense.
Yeah, no nonsense day over here.
You know, it's like a pre-game setup, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know. In this episode of the Game Club, we're becoming the warriors of love and saving all the panties in the world and playing 2017's Panty Party. Panty Party was released on January 24th, 2017, and was developed and published by Animu Game. I think that's how you say that? Animu?
Sure.
Animu Game has developed two other games besides this one. One is called Forward to the Sky, which is an action RPG, and the other is Fantasy Versus, which is a 4v4 combat brawler. But this one is by far the strangest of their games. Before we get any further into Panty Party, I would recommend playing the game so that nothing gets spoiled before listening to the episode. This was our game for the month of January, and I'm going to give a brief summary of the story. So Panty Party, help me out. I don't remember the main girl's name.
Eureka?
Yeah.
She finds out that she is one of the warriors of love, and she can change from being a human into panties, and she must save the world from the evil pansy. And basically you go through and meet different types of panties, all having their own backstory. Some are human, some are literally just panties, and end up saving the world. It's a very simplistic story.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more to that.
I mean, I guess the only thing to go a little deeper, your character, its main goal is just not to turn into panties. Because if the main villain succeeds, she is stuck being a panty and like can't be a human anymore.
Oh yeah, like panty forever.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
That's the only other thing I would say. Story-wise.
This story is so odd. Actually, this whole game is odd.
Yeah, it's funny.
Each episode, we break up the main points of the game that we're playing, and starting with gameplay and mechanics, Tonsa is going to tell us all about it for Panty Party.
I guess the only way I can really describe this is like an arcadey game. You go through like each mission's probably a minute, 2 minutes, couple minutes. You pick a pair of panties depending on like which one you pick is like the three abilities, and then you have like an ultimate ability, or like a certain set. Yeah, your passion meter, and you beat the shit out of other panties, and like there's a couple checklists to unlock more panties. It's a really weird game, but that's basically it. It's kind of a beat 'em up. Like you'll have like a straight up, like at one point you can have like boxing gloves and then a machine gun and then like a combo that debuffs them if you play as like Haruka. Every single one has like kind of a variation of everything that's there. Like tracing bullets is one ultimate, and then one's like a spinning dash. You can fly, you can dodge, but you're just a pair of panties.
Yeah, it's like a shooter in a way. Like
yeah, it's like an arcadey like beat 'em up style weird. Like you just get placed in a match where it's like, okay, beat everything in this area or beat the boss of the area. It's very much I don't know how to, like this is styled like so many games that I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, and then for like each level, as you mentioned, when you can unlock new panties, and that's based on like your score or how quickly you beat it, or who you beat it with, or not dying during the mission.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I didn't really focus on any of the challenges in this game. I basically just, if I unlocked it, cool. If I didn't, then it was just like, okay, well, on to the next one.
Yeah, I actually think I'd go back through and unlock them all. I kind of finished it.
You guys didn't unlock them
No,
all?
I see. I looked at the achievements just a minute ago. Dan
Oh,
collected them all. I'm only like I think
yeah.
2 off or 2 or 3, and then I just I had to go to bed last night.
Yeah, I didn't really do too much with the challenges. So I just, like I said, I just did whatever I ended up. If I unlocked it, cool. If not, then I just moved on. But I ended up unlocking more than half.
I was gonna
Just
say
by
it's pretty
casually
easy if you focus them. Like the weird ones is like playing as like the main girl or playing as the other one because like for the most of the game I just played as the one person, like the main girl.
Eureka.
Yeah. Yep. Her. And then I switched, I started going through and trying to do the challenges, and then I decided it's already too late. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I wouldn't move on until I got
That's
to
how I
that-
originally was
that
playing, and
level.
I got more than half of the game, and then I was like, I told Corey, I was like, I just need to finish it. So I went through and just finished it last night.
All right. We're gonna move into art design. So, Lauren, how about you tell us what you could find about the art for Panty Party?
Honestly, I couldn't find anything. When you search up Panty Party, any variation of that I could think of, I couldn't find like anything. I found some like people on Steam that were linking like the developer for where you could find the credits, and that page is gone.
Hmm.
So I couldn't find any info. I mean, I could tell you like there's the scenes where the people are talking, and think of literally any like anime game or visual novel where the girl is on the screen and it's just her, she doesn't move or anything, and it just has text. I mean, it looks good in that aspect. Everything else, I think, looks okay, but not the best.
Looks
But then
good for
again,
what it is, I
I was gonna
guess.
say, like, for what it is, it looks fine. But yeah, that's all I really got. I mean, I tried, I couldn't find anything.
I know, like, most of this game is pretty bright and colorful.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of like dark areas that you're in. Most of it's like pretty bright. There's not many areas in the game. You kind of reuse stuff.
Yeah.
Like the bridge and the train yard and like
A school.
by the school. There's like I don't know, is that one what's like a fucking dam or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You're
you
like
go
by like a river or something.
and then you go to like a space station.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you end up on the moon.
Yeah. So it's interesting choices. It just kind of jumps from one thing to another, but a lot of the levels, like you'll see a level pop up and you'll do a couple there, and then like sometimes you'll go back to that level a little later in the game. But they did what they did with the resources. I think it looks fine. It's not going to blow you away graphically, but it looks fine for what it is. Anything else for art, or should we move on to sound and music?
Probably move on.
All right. So we have sound and music, and Dan is going to tell us about that for Panty Party.
So I was kind of in the same boat as Lauren, as not being able to find anything about it. But I mean, the sounds in this game, I I, I want to describe it as like very arcade-like, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would describe it like that too.
Yeah, because you get like your laser beam noises and your
Yeah,
stereotypical like punching sounds.
And when you
yeah.
dash and
But
stuff.
the game is also in Japanese with subtitles.
Yeah, no English voice acting, just Japanese.
Is this our first subtitled game?
I believe so.
I guess we
Mm,
picked the weird one. I know like we've had like visual novels and stuff, but those would be more like actually reading.
yeah, I think we haven't had anything that was voice acted that we had to read the subtitles.
Yeah, and this is solely in Japanese. So
In
it's
Japanese.
well, I was looking at it. So it's in almost it's in 15 languages, which is funny to me that they got it like they translated it in so many languages, which is
Languages.
That's
yeah,
one that Tonsa made up.
yeah,
Yeah.
languages. It's my favorite type of language. Them
um,
all combined.
Dan, is there music in this game?
Kind of.
Yes.
Like, there's
I think
not
it's
dead
like
air ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I can only
I
remember
think
the
it's
one
like
at the title screen.
yeah. I'm pretty yeah. I'm fairly certain that there's like music playing like while you shoot stuff.
I believe there's like an outro song or
Oh,
something like that.
that was unforgettable for me, I guess. Because I was
Mm.
like, I'm not even sure.
I feel bad because most of the time we're not, unless like a soundtrack really sticks out or can go above the medium. I'm not like a super sound guy. I don't pick it up unless they use like the
Yeah.
music in like a game or like a level like strictly. It's hard for me to like. Oh, it just kind of all blends together.
Yeah, like I said, I remember the one at the title screen, but that's about it. So I guess music
Yeah, I
is,
usually only notice like like a song playing in a game if it's like really like catchy.
yeah, like a jam.
Or
Yeah, bop.
like when we played like Paradise Killer, it just was like I can't differentiate any of the songs, but I was just like, I like this vibe. Like
Or
that
Donut
jazz. Like,
County.
was that one a
Uh,
little like jazz stuff? Corey's cringing right now. You didn't play
No, I didn't.
God, what was that game called?
Yep, Overwatch.
Yeah,
Gardens Between that
Cards
one.
Between. Yeah. I like the
Yeah, that
soundtrack in
one.
that because it was like all lo-fi. Like,
Yeah, it's so good.
yeah, like that. I can like set like a bar for a whole thing, but I can't pick anything like musically out.
All right, well, I guess we will just move and open the floor and talk about anything that made an impact on us. Um, Lauren, how about you open this up? Because I was enjoying listening to you while I was laying on the floor in your game room.
What? You enjoyed listening to me complain about the weird stuff happening?
Yeah, yep. So how about we start there?
So, so there's washing machines that you have to destroy, or they can the panties can keep coming, essentially. Well, I was melee attacking one of them, and my character got frozen attached to it. So I was stuck where I was. Enemies are shooting me. I can't do anything. I tried switching all my attacks and using them. Nothing would happen. I didn't move out of that spot until somebody physically hit me. And then I got launched off of it.
Hmm.
So that was pretty frustrating. I was pretty upset by that.
I never had
But
anything happen, like a bug or anything.
yeah, I was having issues like that when I was playing, and I don't know if those issues would have went away if I would have just restarted. And I had issues with the game where when it would say game win, it would lag so bad. And it's not like I have a low end PC or anything. It's
I
like that
think,
game shouldn't have an issue.
yeah, I feel like you might have wanted just to close it out or something. Because I didn't have any, like, anything. And I opened it on, like, two different occasions. Like, I played it, like, the beginning of the month and just last night.
It's
Yeah, I had the one boss that I don't know if he's supposed to regen his health or not. I'm assuming so, but he was regenning his health to where I ended up dying because I was just there was nothing I could do. I couldn't with the panties I was using, I couldn't kill him fast enough to compensate for him regenning.
Which one was that?
Uh, technically, like, it's Pansy, but
When he's like the tentacle one?
nope, it was before that.
Yeah, it's like his first form.
Yeah,
And-
whatever the first one is.
And then it made me laugh because when she fought the tentacle version
Oh,
of Pansy, she's like, "Is he supposed to disappear? Or is my game broken again?"
Oh, yeah. No, he's supposed to disappear.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Huh.
my god, like, what is happening?
That's weird. Yeah, I didn't experience anything.
The only thing I had issue-wise was I originally tried to play this with a controller, and I could not get it mapped. Like, I would go in the settings, map it to the controller, then go to play, and the buttons wouldn't work. So then I just switched to mouse and keyboard, and then it was fine. I didn't have any issues after that. So that was like my only thing that I had during my entire
I guess
playthrough
if
of
we're
this.
gonna do like gripes, my only thing is I didn't like that you had to switch to something and then click. Like if I wanted to like use the like your ultimate, you had to like hit like for me it's like number 4 and then click. I didn't like that. Like I felt like if I had just hit the button.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't
I
have
just-
to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just mine. Like so if like I switched between them, like the main girl like boomerang, I would boomerang and then spin attack him because it slows him. Like if you like did the passion and then just like combo him. And for some reason for that one, I had to like hit it and then like click and then click again to like use it. It was weird. I don't know if it was just like selecting and stopping you from just hitting it. But I would like die randomly or like get like I would mainly just die because you get in that guard thing. So I'd use it to like save myself.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with that. It did take me 3 levels to map the controls to where I wanted them, though. Because I was like, oh, I'll try it this way, and then I was like, I don't really like that. And I was like, I'll try it this way, and I was like, I don't like that either.
Because would it be like 1, 2, 3, 4 on your like like the numbers across the top?
No, I moved with like your WASD, and then I put them to ER and F.
So you didn't have you got rid of your side ability, like the strafe, right?
No, it was Q, and then I never strayed to the right.
I never really did either, to be honest.
I would
you could just
to the right, and then I would
could
straight
just
to the
hit
left.
shift, and then you could just hit shift, and like you could basically almost catch it just directional.
And then like to activate my passion was just right click on my mouse.
No, see that wouldn't have been bad.
So, but that was after 3 attempts of trying to keybind it, because I was like, I don't know what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I didn't have to really do anything because like I have a mouse with a bunch of buttons, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 on my on my mouse.
But all right, so we'll go into. Did you guys have a favorite panty that you used? I have 2 that I really liked. I used the polka dot ones that you get early for like a while.
That's the one with the tracers, right? Like your ultimate thing is like a lock-on shot.
No, it was like it doesn't have like a special thing.
Oh, that's the one with the attack up and stuff.
Yeah, and then it had like a really fast shooting like beam, which was like machine guns almost. And then it had like a hyper beam thing. I used that for a lot. Not one of my favorites though. My 2 favorites were Ren, which is the samurai like
Burt.
Yeah, like they had a sword. It was like basically combat, like physical combat instead of like air. Like you didn't really shoot with her. And then my other one was her master, which is the duck or the goose, whatever it was.
Swan.
And that one was really cool because of it had like a flamethrower. And when you got its
Tornado.
special meter up, you could do like a whirlwind attack where you like spun in a circle at them and like you could trap them against the wall basically and do a bunch of damage. So those were the two that I used like after I unlocked them that I really liked. So those were my two. What about you, Dan? You unlocked every single one of them, so.
So, I really liked. I think it was the striped panties. I think.
Is that the one with the tracer bull?
Yeah. So
Okay.
normally it was like your normal like punching attack, and then I believe it had machine guns,
It had like a hyper beam.
and then it had the hyper beam, which it just kind of like shot the little
One
thing
like
at them,
shot.
and then
Yeah.
with your passion meter up, it turned into like the tracer ones where you kind of shoot and it'd shoot like I don't know 4 both ways at it.
Yeah, and it would lock on, so they couldn't really dodge it.
Yeah. So that one I kind of used like through the whole game for the most part. But then I started using the sailor ones, and I really liked those ones.
I never tried.
Oh, they were nice. You just turned into a navy ship basically. Pretty nice.
I don't
That
think I
one
unlocked those
lagged my
ones.
game.
I did not. I don't think I did either. I don't think I went back that far. Or
That's the one that lagged my game pretty bad because your one attack you would send out like it was just called fleet, and you would like send out like a little I don't even know what it was supposed to be, like a little helicopter or something over like the enemy, and then it would like shoot them a couple times. But you could use that move like I don't know 7 times before your meter ran up. So it's like there would be like 7 of those things just shooting. They were shooting at me, and then I would be shooting at them, and it was just making my game like lag.
yeah, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
I know you.
It was a fun time.
I know Lauren was using like the sport panties for a while.
Yeah, I like the like machine gun one. Like attack from that one. It seemed to do pretty good damage, but I also only had 3 panties in total to use, so
Yikes.
And then she finished the game with the tentacle ones.
oh yeah, yep.
I didn't try those either.
That was the
Yeah, I
4th
tried
one. I was
those.
wrong. I had 4 in total at the very end of the game.
I tried just about all of them for the most part.
I mainly stuck with like Yurika, and then the like just because I had like a combo on hers. Then I tried Ren. I liked Haruka's like her like passion. It shoots out like a claw and grabs them.
Yeah.
And then I would just combo off of that, like do the debuff, then do your normal. Everything just became at one point a combo, like for me.
Yeah.
Well, I think it ends up working out better when you combo. But there was times where I was like, I'm just gonna shoot them with this machine gun and straight to the right until they die.
I probably should have did that a lot because there was a lot of times where I would die because it's like if you comboed, like I was trying to figure out if I could stop like a short and then back off and then like reset them, because if you hit them one more time they like guard, and then like I would have like at the end I just knew to back as far away as I can and then just like rinse, wash, and repeat like the combo.
Did you guys play this on the normal difficulty, like the default one?
Yeah. So I didn't
Yeah,
that.
didn't know
So
there's a-
yes.
yeah, same.
I played on normal. There was easy and I think hard, which I didn't play on hard. Lauren, I think, finished the last 2 levels on easy, something like that.
Yep. Sure enough.
But overall, it wasn't too difficult. You just kind of had to be smart about it. Like sometimes, like
See,
it just pays to just go after the boss and ignore everything else.
Basically what I did 99% of the time. Still the challenges stuff.
I didn't think this was like really that hard. The only things I ever struggled with were trying to do like challenges.
Yeah. A lot of the time ones are weird
Yeah.
because it's like, or the point ones. Point ones, it's like, okay, I can't. Like, what would make the points is either I need to take less damage or I have to do more damage faster.
Yeah, I didn't really understand the scoring system.
It was based off damage, time, and damage taken. So if you took less damage, your score would go.
Well, it's like, yeah, taking less damage, you got a higher score, which made sense. But you can't do more damage if the objective is to kill all of the panties to pass the level.
Yeah, I think some of the time, like, there was like ones where like you can kind of optionally not take out them, but it mainly just came down to time. So like the faster you, like if you single targeted like a boss, or if you just took less damage. Like taking less damage did a big, like it would jump your score a lot.
Yeah. Because I mean, for the most part, for the levels, like you only had to beat like the main panty. You didn't have to beat like all the minions.
Or like some of them,
Yeah.
you don't have to do all the washing machines either. You could have did like 2, and it triggers the boss.
I never did the washing machines.
Yeah, but that would have been the way like to get your points up if you needed them.
Yeah.
Also, looking at like the achievements, I was looking at, it looks like there's an arcade mode that has different routes.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't play the arcade mode at all, though. Did anyone touch that?
No, and I was like, I wonder.
Like,
I was wondering if it's like different, like little mini stories for each pair, because it's like, you finish it with like Haruka, and then Kuma, and then the Swan, and then I think Tentacle Panties. Like there's one for each of them, like at least achievements, and it says Route 1 to like 5. So I didn't get around to trying that.
Well, if you decide to, we'll touch base on it in a future episode. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about for it?
The dialogue was good
at one point.
No.
What was that, Dan?
I got stuck in a wall at one point. I went through the wall and then I got stuck in it. All because of stupid Rin and her stupid flash.
Dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you said Rin, I was like, I know what happened there. I never had that happen to me, but I could see how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, I had nothing. But I was gonna say the dialogue in this was super weird. And one of the highlights is like when they see the master and they're like, "Oh, Pansy's like real form." They're like, "Oh, like you could show us." Oh God!
Yeah.
Also,
like,
when the master,
okay.
when they see the master, like he's like, "Oh, don't look at me." He's just like, "Oh, look at my master. You're my master nowhere." Oh, ew. Like that. That was pretty funny. Like, just such a weird plot. If you followed any of the story, it's like, what?
It's funny because like overall story is basically like your main character doesn't actually love panties as much as everyone tells her that she does. She's like, it doesn't. She's like, I don't really have a preference. Look, I just
I like them all.
Yeah.
You love them all?
Yeah, and it's like, no, that's not what I said. Just, you really are a warrior of love.
And then she would torture them.
Yeah,
like don't piss her off.
A lot about like tearing like the panties because she would punish them. I'm like, what is happening in this game?
Yeah, weird.
But how long did it take you guys to complete this game? I was 113 minutes.
Mine says 2 hours, 0.1.
Damn, boy.
101 minutes.
Ooh, Lauren has the lowest time so far.
A good old 2.8 hours.
Hell yeah.
Dan getting absorbed in the
Dude,
world of panties.
Dude, the one boss, man, trying to unlock it took me a good, like, I don't know, 40 minutes on itself.
Which one was that?
The magical panties.
Oh, yeah.
Lauren loved that
Yeah,
boss fight
that one
and
was
how
a
it
pain in the
blinds you.
ass.
The
I hated it.
Flash.
I was so freaking mad. I was like, why does this thing show up when it's not even right in front of me, but it's blocking my whole field of vision? Like, I was so mad about it.
She got so frustrated when she was playing, and I'm just on my phone, like on
Same.
the floor, and I'm like, like giggling because it's funny because Lauren never gets mad at like games typically.
A weird game to be mad.
Yeah.
But I think I'm good for Panty Party, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
No, we're good.
Good.
Very simple game. Just a quick sit down, play it. You probably finish it one setting, and you'll question why you played it. All right. Each episode we go around and find out if we would recommend the game we play and why or why not. So starting with Dan, since you have the most hours in this,
Me?
would you
Oh.
recommend this game and why or why not?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't hate my life like sitting here playing it. I was having fun. Just beating up panties. First time getting to see panties, so that was cool, you know.
Oh my god.
There you go.
But yeah, I would recommend. Yeah, if you like some panties, yeah.
Lauren?
I don't know. I played it with basically shooting the whole game, so for me, no, I wouldn't. It felt more tedious. I would like to see the levels be a little different. I feel like they were too much of the same thing, just a little bit of talking, go into almost the same levels, shoot panties, come back. So I feel like there's not enough to it. If you like those kind of games though, like it's not that bad. It was like $5. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Tonsa?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Especially after seeing that there's more to do. Like there's, a bunch of like arcade stuff to do. Like I guess more routes. If you're into like arcadey stuff, the premise of the story's weird and wacky, but not like out like super out there. Like all in all, plays like any arcadey kind of game, just your pair of panties. But yeah, I'd recommend it.
I think I'm leaning more towards Lauren. I didn't dislike it. It was just kind of there. But it sort of felt like a mobile game to me. In the aspect of like you would play like if this was on a phone, you would play a level, come out of the level, get like 60 seconds of ads, and then you would pick the next level. It kind of felt like a Candy Crush or something where like you do a level and then if you get the challenges, that's like a 3-star. And if like you don't, you got 2, and then it's like if you barely beat it, you got 1 star. That's like kind of how it felt to me. And by like episode like 10, I was like, all right, can we wrap this up? Like,
you guys. I don't know if it's because of the podcast or what, but like, I mean, I got halfway through the game in 30 minutes, and it was like, oh, all right, just moving along.
Yeah, like I said,
I didn't think I never felt like it was a chore. I guess for me,
it's no Donut County. Like that game is something else, but it's just something like I'm fine playing through it. I don't regret like playing through it. It's just something that I'll probably never revisit, but it's fine. I can see how people like it. It's very weird. I would not buy this on the Switch though, because it was $15.
No, but they also had my favorite. I looked it up earlier because I was surprised when Lauren like tweeted out, and I was like, "Oh, you didn't buy it." And like the tags, like this is not hentai or whatever. Hold on, I want to see her.
While he's looking that up, towards the end of each episode, we dive into the review page of Steam and read some reviews for the game we're playing in a segment we like to call Good, Bad, and Funny. So, this being a weird game, I'm sure there's some interesting reviews. Does anyone have any good, bad, or funny reviews they would want to read?
Here, before we start off, it says, warning, no hentai content in this game. All you get is funny, stupid panties. It's like big and bold. Like, it's funny. That's the Nintendo stores. Like, as soon as you see the picture.
It's like, hey,
At least on the website.
It's not hentai.
Yeah.
Like this review, it just says, "This is a game."
Why
That's all it says.
It's kind of how I feel.
recommend, but that's just it.
can't I nominate this for every category?
I feel like it's just a bunch of Dans writing reviews.
Yeah.
Just being awkward.
That's my fetish. This review.
Your fetish. Oh, I thought you meant that's your fetish, was just being awkward.
No.
That's my fetish.
One is thanks, Japan. And they have 3 hours and recommend it.
This one says, "My parents said I could be anything, so I became a panty with 15 hours."
Oh my, 15 hours?
There's one above it. They have 48 hours.
I don't know how you get that far.
It
Like,
literally says, "This is the closest I'll ever get to seeing panties. 10 out of 10."
What's the username? Is it
Yeah.
Icy Danny?
No, not
Oh,
me.
it's like Caven or something.
shout out to him.
Shout out to that guy.
Oh
if you ever
my
listen to
god!
this podcast.
This one has 2,964 hours.
I feel like somebody went on vacation and just left it on.
They had it on. Their parents came in and said, "We're leaving," and then they were stuck in a state for like 3 months.
Literally, their review says, "I haven't played the game much, but it is amazing. I never thought I'd get to be a glorious pair of panties that beats other panties. My life is complete. Please make a follow-up game."
No, don't make a follow-up game. No, we don't need any more of this.
Such weird ones. And you expect it from these. Like, I was sniffing my screen the entire time as I
Oh my
played
God,
this.
no.
Oh my god, this one has 6,000 hours. And
How'd you...
it says, "I'm not perverted, I swear."
No, that much time? You are.
Listen, he didn't know how to save it as a wallpaper, so he just leaves it open.
It's just his background.
Oh my gosh. I figured these reviews would be pretty good because this is such a strange game. Any more? Or are we going to find out what we're playing next?
There's a lot. There are a lot of the same ones kind of over and over again.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are pretty funny. Bought it only for the striped panties.
Favorite character.
This review won't be helpful.
It would not help. Voted not helpful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't want to buy the game, just read the reviews. You'll get the idea.
Yeah, you'll probably have just as much fun.
Yeah. All right, Tonsa. You have the pick for the month of February. So how about you tell everyone what we're going to play and why you chose it?
So we're gonna play a new game that just came out, like recently. Hi-Fi Rush. It's that beat 'em up game that's music based. I was like, I wonder if this will make me as mad as Cadence of Hyrule. Because it's like it's on Game Pass. It's the new. It just came out I think 3 days ago or so.
Yeah, 25th.
And the one kid at work was talking about it a bunch, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to see if I'll also get super mad and want to break everything with this game. It says like watching the trailer, it's like it talks about how like you don't have to be super skilled, but if you're good at keeping the beat and stuff, it rewards you. It's like a Devil May Cry-esque game, but to the beat.
Should be pretty interesting. I did see like people on Twitter were posting about this, like just like
Yeah,
little snippets of it.
it looks good. It like graphically, and people were like, "Is this the new flagship?" But for Game Pass, like talking about like how it's gonna like take over Sunset Overdrive, how
Yeah, I was
it
thinking the
set
same
that like
thing.
weird style for
Like when I first seen it, I was like, "Oh, this kind of looks like Sunset Overdrive," just in like
yeah,
the way that it vibes.
it looks good. From the trailers, it basically like I watched one or both the trailers, and it was like it kind of sold me on it that like it's a 10 hour like average playtime's like 10 hours, so it falls right in that thing, and then it's just like you're not gonna really be punished if you miss your beat. And I was like, well, good, because I'm not gonna fucking scream. But then you could be rewarded, and it looks. I feel like it would be easier than Cadence of Hyrule because it's more like action based. But every boss and like enemy and environmental stuff all moves to the beat, just like in that game.
Well, hopefully you don't text me one night, all like, "I hate this game. It's so stupid."
Oh,
Like
I
you
was
did
so
with Cadence
mad.
of Hyrule.
And then when I turned it off that night, and then I was like, oh, I gotta beat it. And then it took me like 30 minutes to finish the game. Aggravation, it gets the best of you.
It does. All right. So I had a lot of fun today talking about Panty Party on NLGC. But before we go, we wanted to share where you can find us online.
First, we have a YouTube channel called NerdLag where we'll be uploading some great content. So make sure to subscribe for the latest videos. We have a Facebook page at NerdLag Game Club. Make sure to like the page so you can get the latest news about the podcast. You can also find us over on Twitter at NerdLag, where we share some of the latest gaming news and stuff we find interesting. And lastly, we have a Discord at NerdLag where you can talk to us in voice chat and join in some discussion about everything nerdy like video games, anime, movies, and chat with like-minded people. If you would like to join, ask for an invite. We also want to thank everyone that tuned in for this episode. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you share it with your friends. And also follow us on Spotify. It really helps.
On to the final credits. At the end of each episode, we just take a little bit of time to, I don't know, recap our life and just talk about anything we've been playing, anything going on, or just anything in general. So is there anything that you guys want to talk about?
Well, we have to do the honorary thing. Dan, take it away.
Take it away, Dan.
Yeah. Still no Raft update. We suck. We don't play Raft.
Never gonna play Raft.
And that's been your Raft update.
We'll have to find out when the Raft update started. So when we hit 1 year,
July.
we can throw a little like a little celebration.
We started playing July.
Your character's probably starving to death.
I think we played. I think the patch came out July 1st or something. We played like the next two nights and then never went back.
Yeah.
And we keep getting like spurts. We've been on an Overwatch kick, and then now we've been playing Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, pretty different from one another.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'd say so.
not as frustrating. Even though I feel like
There's
more at
cry
stake.
more about that one.
At the Hunt.
Yeah, dude's always yelling about something the last couple nights out there.
Yeah, because I suck.
We did wipe the whole lobby one time right on our last game. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was real good.
I've started playing the Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope, and I have way too many hours in it already because it's like, on average, this will take you 13 hours to finish. I'm on like the third island, or I guess they're technically planets, but which is about half. There's 5 of them total, and I like just got to the third one. I'm already at 13 hours.
Nice.
But I've 100%ed everything up to that point. But I'm really enjoying it. It's they've expanded a lot on that one, like the sequel, because the first one you kind of basically just go in order. You complete a battle, you move to the next section. This one has like roaming enemies, and there's like you can run around like freely. So like if you want to sit and grind on enemies, you can. There's a bunch of like side stuff you don't have to do. They introduced a shop which lets you buy items and weapon skins with all in-game currency, which is nice. And I wouldn't have bought the skins otherwise. But so far, really enjoying it. I've been having a ton of fun. That's kind of what I do to wind down at the end of the night. And
Sounds like a good game for it.
yeah, so that's like my personal game, the game I've been playing for like leisure, and then I'm still doing my GameCube stuff streaming, and I'm about at the end of Bait and Kato's Origins, which has been super long, but I've enjoyed that quite a bit as well. The longest game I've done so far in that GameCube challenge, so hopefully we get some shorter ones so we can keep changing it up and I don't have to stream the same game for like ever. But we're almost there. And that's pretty much my update. I haven't done much of anything else outside of that. Played some Mario Strikers, but there's not really all that much to it. You play through the cups, and once you're done, unless you play online, that's about it.
That's kind of how Nintendo games work, right?
Especially like sports ones. But Lauren, what have you been playing or watching or doing? Anything you want to talk about?
Really, I haven't really done much when it comes to playing anything, and I mean, I've been watching anime. It's pretty average
Yeah.
for me.
Have you been watching this new season or the new winter, like weird stuff?
I started watching some of it, like that one about like how she's trying to save up 80,000 gold to retire.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then like I've been watching Blue Lock when that comes out.
Have you watched the one where the guy gets online grocery powers? He gets isekai, and like it's like a bunch of people. He gets hero, and they're like, "Do you have online grocery?" And everybody's like, "What's that supposed to be? That sounds useless." So then he just been. It's pretty. It's a. I don't know. I like it. It's like goofy.
Yeah, I don't think I know what that is. So
There's that one. And there's one like I think the title is I'm a 30-something-year-old who just got kicked out of the demon army and I'm just chilling or something like that. It's really weird, man. There's a lot of funny ones.
I usually try to wait till they're dubbed, so some of those haven't gotten far enough yet to where they don't have any.
Yeah, they're
episodes
probably.
yet.
I think most of them are like 3 episodes in, like
Yeah.
subs, so they're probably only like 1 episode out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Usually, around close to the 4th subbed is when we get the dub. So
I was telling Corey how I need to come talk to you because like I've been catching up on all these weird shows.
yeah,
Me and Lauren watched My Dress Up Darling.
That's really good.
She watched
rewatched
it
that
for the
not so long
second
ago.
time, and I watched it for the first, and I didn't know how I was going to like it, and I actually ended up really liking it because I think the characters are done really well.
I think that's kind of how I was because at the time I watched it, it was like everywhere on Twitter. You kind of really couldn't escape. What's her name?
Mari.
Maureen. There's an A there. But like you couldn't escape her, and it Mirren's the fucking cooking liquor.
I don't look at letters. I just say stuff.
In my brain, I just read it, or I read it because I watch subtitles, and it's just whatever it sounds like up there. And like I couldn't escape it. Then I finally was like, I sat down and watched it, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good. Like it's actually like a nice story.
Yeah, I like their characters and how they grow and like how they bond and just how stupid he is like 99% of the time. But not because he's like actually dumb, but he's just awkward. Like he's
awkward, and then he's like random.
Nice.
He's a random like teenager that has like a half naked girl in front of him, and he's like, "Oh God!" I like when he slaps.
He's just like me for real.
He like slaps the shit out of himself, and she's like, "What?" And he's like, he doesn't say anything. He tightens the headband. He's like, "Gotta get to work." It's really goofy. I like his grandpa. The grandpa's really good in that.
Yeah, or he causes his grandpa to get hurt because
thinks he's cross-dressing.
My favorite part is in that like just one of those like funny scenes in that whole show is when he's doing research on her outfit while playing that game, like the hentai game.
Yeah.
And his grandpa walks in, sees what he's doing, and then leaves. And he's like, "Oh, I guess that's normal for his age." But it just makes me laugh because he's not playing it for it to be sexual.
Notes.
But he's like, "Oh, that's what it looks like from behind."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's just so dumb. It's play on words. It's really stupid. But the grandpa's just like, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
But I enjoyed it. I'm glad that she made me watch it. And that's it for me. Unless Dan, Tonsa, you have anything else, we can go ahead and close out the episode.
I think you're good for now. That was just, I mean, I guess we should, I mean, at the very end, like, this was our short pick. This wasn't like the main game. Kind of just got lapsed of time.
Well, yeah, it sort of ended up being the main game for January. But
Yeah.
it should have been our midway game. But life happens, and then we did the most anticipated games episode. So it kind of just worked out, but we'll be back to normal with a short game in the middle of February. And then, what did you say that game was called?
Hi-Fi Rush.
High
It's on
Five,
Game Pass.
High Five Rush?
Yeah, like Hi-Fi, like
Like
H-I, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
High Five Rush will be our long game for February. So we are back now. And just, will be our normal scheduled stuff. Holiday season is over finally. And that's it for me.
Peace.
But until then, thanks for listening to us, and we're going to install the next game and get ready for the next episode. So thanks again for listening, and we will see you in February.
Bye.
Bye.